They were playing around with this crap yesterday, with the horns, and I swore that this horn was still good, but it's been in a wreck. Shake it, you hear it a little bit. It's tough to hear. If you put it next to your ear and shake it, you'll hear some loose parts. But every manufacturer now is basically using this brand horn, and they are all the same. The only thing that changes is that where this is on the exit of like the horn, see it change. That's actually, no, is it? No, I see it's different, opposite. Or is it? Wait. No, wait, that's like that. No, because that goes like that, that goes like that. It's a reverse image of it. But the connector is identical. Say identical. So what the manufacturer does, they just use a weird little adapter like this, and that just clips onto this. Like a door is blown open in condo landings. This place is garbage. The door doesn't close. But we're not talking about that. Now this door will slam. Hold on. If you watch my other videos, you'll know that deal. This place sucks. But there's an adapter that goes on to the manufacturer, because every manufacturer uses a different connector. So that just clips onto there, bam. So basically any manufacturer horn, pretty sure from like 2000 to current, like working in a car, you just got to change that little adapter out. So you just pry those little connectors off. But a good horn I'm getting, it's reading about 1.8 ohms when you test it. And this horn reads like infinite. Then we'll go into that later too. There also is like an adjustment on the horn, and it changes the resistance, but you can turn it all you want. Doesn't matter. Oh, see, now it's up a little bit, 2.3. So it's around that, 1.8, 2 ohms. I don't know why that changed. Maybe if I turn the leads the other way, I'll get a lower reading. I'm not sure. I don't think I probed the connector last time when I did this. Oh, 2.3, alright, so it changes a little bit. And I remember when I tested it with 18 volts, it blew it out a little bit. I don't know. But this one, which is bad, was reading like a crazy infinite reading. See, it just keeps on going and going and going and going and going. That's why I think it's just open, you know, it'll go to infinite. It'll just keep on crawling. So that's how you know, I guess the coil inside of it's just done. So if you're buying a horn at the junkyard, instead of like bringing a little battery with you and stuff, which is heavy, I would just recommend bringing your voltmeter and doing exactly what I did. Know what a known good one is. That was 1.8 last night, now it's 2.3. I don't know why it changed. So somewhere around that. I would imagine maybe, I don't know, maybe 3 ohms. I don't know. I think the lower the resistance, though, the better shape it is. So this thing keeps on crawling. So the higher the resistance, it's just not in good shape. So you can do that. Go around, probe the horns, give them the shake test, like we already did, and then stab your meter leads in it. And you'll figure out what's good and what's bad. See, it's still going up. I'll go to 6 in a minute. But what's weird, I found, is an adjustment screw over here. You see, they always put like glue over them, and you could turn that, but when you turn it, it will reduce the resistance temporarily, but it just jumps right back up and it still doesn't work, so it's pointless. But that's, I think, how you adjust the horn. You can tune it with that little thing over there. So we're up to 6 already. It'll go up probably to like 10 ohms. So that's that. You know, some people say you can screw with those and it brings the horn back to life. I tried it, doesn't work. So this one's just done, scrap metal. This was what there were Mark II with a letter. They used to have a tone on it, like GM would have A and F. That's what I have on my pickup, A and F. This one, this says low and high. There's an L on it, and then there's an H, like this one. Still going. H on this one, high note. So I need high notes. These trucks are easy. I don't know, they're just mounted right underneath. That is that. We gotta get a horn from the junkyard, maybe this weekend. And that's how you test them. So that's what we're gonna do when we go to the junkie. We're gonna try to find a FAM horn. This was off a Chevy van, I think, or a Cobalt, I don't know. I used to crash a lot of Cobalts back in the day, and the horn was just sitting there right there in the front. So I used to grab them. This one was, you gotta get something out of that place. This one has a Cobalt horn in it. So when the people were rebuilding it in Russia or something, they put the horn on. Beep, beep. It sounded funny. There's probably a lot of cars overseas that were repaired that have missing a horn from someone. I don't know who it was. So that's that. You can go check resistance of grass too if you want. Let's see if it's... No, I got nothing. Hey, look, we got a resistance of grass. Goes to the dirt. See? I'm not shitting you. Check that out. Pretty cool. Alright, current flows through grass. We're done. Go check your horns. I kind of want to get more into this stuff, like electrical stuff, because it used to intrigue me back in the day. But the more I just screw around with stuff, you know, this is cake work, resistance and stuff. But there's other things with cars, you know, tracing wires. Which isn't really that hard, but sometimes you get wires that are like, you have like 4 wires that are the same color, and you have to figure out which one's which. So you got to do the pin out and the connector, and the pin out and the connector over there, and then trace it. What's the other thing? Like, oh, a scope. You see other channels are using those, like a pico scope or something. That's pretty cool. You check like the wavelengths of a signal, because you can show it like a test light. You know, it'll show like voltage, but the intensity of that signal you just don't know. And these new vehicles, the way they communicate with so many different modules, you need to know it, or else you're just going to be chasing parts, and this is never going to work right. So I kind of want to get like a fancy scan tool and stuff. Maybe I will eventually, but you know, I definitely will when I need it. But for now, I don't know. In this place, it's just another thing that it's being stashed in condo land. So figure something out. Another thing I wanted to check too, because being that's a low note and that's a high note, I'm curious if the low note and the high note does have a little bit of, you know, when you check the resistance, it's going to change, obviously, because it's going to put out a different tone. Maybe the coil is thicker or thinner on it, I don't know. I don't know how these work, to be honest. It's probably just something electrical that strikes something and makes a noise. It like vibrates, that's what I would think. I don't know. Prisoner in here somewhere. I don't know where he went. We got a prisoner. We got a stump tail one. I think that probably no one else goes to great lengths, tries to save these little guys like I do. You care about the little lizard Sky? Don't be crawling all the way up there, buddy. Get down. Chase him out. Chase him this way. Chase him. And he goes back over here because this one is mentally deficient. Shake your can. Chase lizards. This is what we do with their life now. You reach the new low. No, you can't get out that way. They think because they see screen. There you go.